All right, I'm ready. We can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. But the really heavy shit is still ahead of us. I can't imagine how I'm going to explain to the king that Sir Grozov, who he personally put in charge of his soldiers, is a murderer.
Well, maybe it won't be so bad, and Sir Stibor will back you up. I heard Sigismund wasn't too fond of Grozov.
Just he can't say it openly, because the other nobles wouldn't like it. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Said let's await!
So the devil jumps him from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the arm, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving the devil such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with it, the devil... Sonny says... What the fuck? Send my greetings to the devil. Go down! Is that the best that you still stand? Shit! Take the room down! Pray, you bastard!
We're going to gut you, you whoresome! Feeling like a stuck pig! Shitting blood, you wretch! Fight us all! Here, won't
Bad luck! Send you to hell! He's going to shoot! Go there! I'll shoot your head off! I'm gonna shoot you! Don't think I won't cut you to pieces! Go fight yourself! Yeah! Yeah!
bleeding already, are you?
Das ist nicht gut. Verdammte Blutung. Das should stop the bleeding.
Stop it! You fucking traitor!
Calm down, or you'll faint again. You've lost a lot of blood.
What now? What are you going to do with me?
Well, you're a good man. You deserve an honorable death.
A commander should fall with his men. Kiss your ass goodbye!
and see Zizka.
There. It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
It just doesn't seem right, what we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, who's that fella over there? The one who fought on our side?
He's called Crow. We met in the camp, but I've no idea why he fought against his own people.
So go and fucking ask him, would you? Now that he knows about us, he could pose a threat. And another thing, Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first.
Yeah, the sooner we make ourselves scarce, the better.
To the task, then.
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Maleshov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
Man, you'll never believe what luck I had yesterday.
Who did you defraud this time? Admit it.
What do you mean, defraud? I returned honestly. Not far from Grund here, I found a nice little horse. So, I take him to the farm, and there's some high and mighty fella there saying his bay had run off.
And you just handed it over to him and thanked him to boot, eh?
Actually, I suggested he play a game of dice, and the winner gets the horse.
It's a wonder he didn't have you locked up straight away.
Well, that came next. You see, he didn't know how to play. But lucky for me, I had the horse, not him.
Will you join our attack on Maleshov?
You'll attack? I hope it won't be too bad, will it? But I've heard Zizka knows how to deal with von Burgo.
So I can count on you?
Unfortunately, Zizka got here before you. I'm to take Catherine to Zuchtdal.
Well, that's a serious thing. I don't know if you're up to the task by yourself, mate.
Exactly. I'd rather go into battle.
And then listen to an angry Catherine, right?
Aye, something like that. In any case, break a leg, Henry. I hope you get that bastard soon.
What awaits us at Maleshov?
A short but nonetheless dangerous battle. In the best case scenario.
And in the worst?
Things go to fucking hell. And our worldly cares will be over. So prepare well. This really won't be easy.
I'm ready. For anything.
Good. The task won't wait. In the evening, I'll assemble the men, and then we'll talk about what's next.
I'll wait with you. How about we knock back a few cold ones in the meantime?
I'm not drinking today. I want to have a clear head. But once we have von Burgov locked up, I'll gladly drink the whole region dry.
So I say him, what do you expect when you drink like fish? Fish is not able to walk either.
And then he threw you out?
No, he cannot, because...
Ah, vous êtes là. What is happening, Capitaine?
A mam nadzieję, że kurwa przeżyjemy.
Pojebało cię.
Enough of the chit-chat. I want to know if we're gonna get to work, Zizka.
We shall. No reason to wait. Von Burgov won't stay in Maleshov forever.
So tonight?
Before dawn. Even the dogs will still be snoring. And we'll have plenty of time to move.
I can't wait.
Sorry to disappoint you, Hinnock. I need you in the village.
Oh, fuck. I was looking forward to that cannon.
Hey, Kubienka. You were in the artillery in Sempak, weren't you?
Yes, but in the guard detail. I don't know shit about firing.
Well, at least it's some kind of experience.
I believe I might be of assistance, mes amis.
You've already helped quite enough, Frenchmen.
The Duc de Bourgogne, once, showed off such a bête lourde in Champmol. And I was there.
Is that so, Baron? Do you know how to handle it?
Oui. If I have a few strong men to assist me.
All right. Kubianka will go with you. If anything fucks up, we're counting on you to save our asses. The rest of us will lure the fortress garrison out, so we can cut them off. We'll split into 2 groups. Me and my men will cut the village off from the fortress. The second group will enter the village from the other side and cause mayhem. That'll be your job. Set fire to a haystack, make a racket. In short, anything that will lure the fortress garrison out into the open. You get me, Devil?
Oh, aye. A good old blood orgy. As soon as they stick their noses out, the trap falls.
And the rest will go like this. Listen up. Maleshov is only a handful of cottages and a tavern. Fortunately, Kunzlin's fortress is a bit beyond the village.
Fuck. Looks more like a small castle.
Aye, it's well fortified. It's got a moat, 2 gates, and a big tower. That's where von Berghoff will be.
And don't forget the drawbridge and the secret passage.
Korytarz był zamknięty, byłem tam.
Aye, it's to be expected they'll seal off the passageway, so we have to get inside, over the bridge, and through the gate. You and Capon will deal with that, Henry. You two know it better from inside. Then, you'll let us in.
Damn. That'll be as hairy as the balls of St. Killian.
Aye, it won't be easy. But this isn't the first time for us. And besides, this time we've got artillery to back us up. We have to get to the tower whatever happens. And if it all works out, we'll drag von Berghoff right out of bed.
God willing, he'll be sleeping like a log.
And another thing, the Devil's Den is no longer safe. So after the attack, we'll pull back to Suchtel Fortress.
Any place better than that shithole.
You're right there.
Abbas, no doubt Peter of Pisek will be delighted to welcome us.
He wants to fight Sigismund? Well, here's his chance. Especially since he missed the last skirmish with von Berghoff. Any questions?
What should I do?
You and Sam come with me. I need your youthful... zeal.
Everything is clear to me.
We're glad. Hitch up, men! Let's take advantage of the dark and get to Maleshov before the cock crows.
Kurwa.
What the fuck?
Don't know whether he sprayed me with blood or piss.
What, are you mad? We were only supposed to stir things up.
What did you think we'd do? Get drunk with them? Torch the village. No prisoners.
No, just wait a moment.
What is it, youngster? What's the problem?
Do we have to burn down the whole village?
What of it? Can't you carry out a simple task?
I don't know if...
Listen, von Bergau's in that fortress full of men. When they see the fire, they'll run out to extinguish it. They won't be expecting us. I never put my men's lives on the line, especially if I can have the element of surprise.
I won't murder innocent peasants, devil.
What? Do you have kin in the village? Who the hell's got into you?
This is the way my family was killed. They massacred them. And why?
Kurva, that's your problem. This is a war, and this is our plan for getting von Berg out. So if you want to do it your way, fine. You want to be a commander too? Let's see what you're made of then. I can't guarantee you'll survive, though.
I can't give you any guarantee either.
I don't need one.
Hört auf! Hört auf, you madman!
Surprise! He came, he saw, he shot himself. I'm just getting...
Wait, fellas! Easy, easy!
No, that's what I...
Well, well. The bastard taught the devil to dance. So you won. The stronger dog fucks the bitches. We'll let the turnip pullers live. Hope you know what you're doing. Let none of our fine fellows fall instead of the few damn peasants. Because that'll be all your fault. What you gaping at? You never seen a man get his arse kicked before? We'll do it the youngsters' way. The boring way. Leave him. Let him be. Muster up. We'll go round the village to get to Zizka. Nice and quietly.
What's going on, devil? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I had a bit of a disagreement with this brat here.
This is your plan? To burn down the village?
What of it? We're at war, if you hadn't fucking noticed.
There's innocent people there.
Do you think I don't know? But better them than us. They'd run for the woods before we started anyway.
Are you serious?
Sei mishpoche, friend. Sei mishpoche.
It is the law of God. We are at war here, not those peasants.
Fuck this fucking shit. Well, it's too late to go back now.
But that fortress is still full of men.
There's another way to do this. I'll take care of the first gate. You'll have the element of surprise.
Fine, Henry. You've made your bed, now lie in it. But if any of us die today because of you, I'll gut you myself.
Fuck.
It's almost your time. You need to sneak quietly over the wall, youngsters.
It's still dark. That'll give us cover.
I'll go with them.
I appreciate it, but this is not for you.
Easy, father. We're trying not to die here.
I'm giving them my best men. That'll have to do, friend.
I'd like to see what they look like.
Here I am, Kalani. We got leather, and other go ahead to check out fortress.
Good, Janosch. We'll take care of the drawbridge. And you, Henry, open up the first gate for Zizka.
And then we'll storm in there like a fox into a chicken coop.
I understand. Let's go.
Exactly. Off you go. No time to waste.
Good luck, fellas.
Good. The rock isn't so steep from this side, and the patrols are only on the eastern wall. Let's go, fellas.
That is a good place.
There? Really?
Yeah, there. Nick a friend, do it already.
Yeah. Just a moment.
Henry, you go first. And look out for the guards.
Atter?
Ja sobie robisz? Stulpys!
You go
Alert! Alert! Huh? Come on! Bring it on, bastards! Huh? What? Huh? Eh?
What's that?
Huh? What? Huh? What are you imagining?
Huh? You must be mad.
Hey?
To
Huh?
hell with it.
Strange. To hell with it.
Attack! They're attacking the castle! Shooters to the walls! Come on!
Suppose it
Bring
was-
it on, bastard!
To hell with it.
Now just to open that gate.
Shit! The drawbridge!
Damn it! You'll die!
Do it!
Bastard!
What the fuck went wrong? What's up with that fucking bridge? Occupy this place quickly! Kill any man who doesn't surrender! Shoot those bastards!
Let him have it!
Hit something already! Shoot! Shoot now!
That was a good hit!
For Christ's sake, get on with it! Let him have it! Take cover! Look out! And now take cover behind the wagon! Heavy! Behind the wagon!
What is that French idiot
Take down
doing?
that damn bridge! All's not lost, boys! We still have that cannon! We just have to hold on! For Christ's sake, get on with it!
We're being served to them on a platter!
Shoot! Shoot now!
Dalej! Jazda, pad! Włosy na dupie dęba stale! Save breath and push! Już dojrzałem, by sobie pochędożyć. Tak się do roboty!
Kurwiasz mnie? Chuj z ciebie i wkurwiasz mnie!
Twoja baba jest brzydka jak noc! Zabiję cię!
Shoot! Shoot now!
What is that communion doing?
For Christ's sake, get on with it! Shoot those bastards!
I can't see him!
Hold the line! Don't retreat!
Flank him!
Take fire!
We can't take much more of this.
Can't those idiots hit anything? Give them time! They're all out of time! Let's go. Forward! To the charge! Let's go! Quick! Forward! Forward! Stay formation! Stay in formation! Let's bring move! Let's go! He's ready! Let's go, men! Clean things up here!
Moha! What the fuck that was? Make me fucking think, Oratores!
Because you're out of your fucking mind, bastard!
Dobrze, że po tych ruchangach...
Come on, Henry!
Żelazo.
Dzidziszka, fast!
And you're to discuss what to do next.
Fuck
It's not
it.
finished yet.
Fuck this. Watch out! I am too old for this crazy.
What are you doing there? We have to finish this. Come and join us up.
You fucked up with that.
Dzięki za brawanta.
It wasn't my fault.
I don't care whose fault it was. We have to think about what to do next. We have to get that fucker out. He's sitting in his tower laughing at us.
Von Bergov's no fool. He'll want to make a deal.
That's the thing. He's no fool. He's well aware that the whole of Kuttenberg and the Hungarian camp will come down on our asses. How long do you think it'll take them to figure out what's going on here?
Von Bergov is at the end of his tether. Trust me. He'll negotiate. Hey, blacksmith boy, come here, quick.
What will we do now?
Everything's fucked.
Von Bergov is holed up in the tower. He has shooters there, and we're running out of time.
We'll have to parley with him.
Oi, we're not going to give up now.
That's right. Let's go. We're going to have a nice little talk with the Royal Chamberlain. Hey, you! Up there in the tower! We want to talk!
Listen! Stop shooting!
Now we'll see what Von Bergov comes up with.
Fuck all. He's trapped.
Chamberlain, you are surrounded! I propose you honorably capitulate!
He doesn't have a drop of honor in him.
Ah! Would you give me one reason why I should do that, Pirkstein? I'm quite comfortable here. I will gladly wait for my allies in Kuttenberg to arrive. You can talk to them. Ah! And you're making a lot of noise. All that shooting you're doing must have been heard in the Hungarian camp.
Is there a point to any of this? I mean, we can avoid further trouble.
I agree. There is no point to any of this. And on top of everything, it is absolutely inappropriate in the presence of a noble lady.
Rosa Retard.
Lord Capon! Henry!
I don't know why we can't make a deal. Ransom would be a good solution for both sides.
How is that?
We'll get money and free the king, and you'll have time to change sides once things with Sigismund go to hell. And since you're our prisoner, you won't lose face in the eyes of your League of Lords or Sigismund. And you can still settle your differences with Wenceslas.
Damn it. All right.
Can you give me any guarantees?
Why, of course. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
Your word, Bjergstein?
We're not barbarians, we're noblemen, Sir Otto. Your dead body would be worthless to us.
Ha! How sincerely simple, huh, Enoch? But yes, I can trust you. When it comes to ransom, you can always be counted on.
Fine. But what will it be, Lord von Burkhoff? You can flatter the devil all you want later.
You have convinced me. You're right. It is not in the interest of the kingdom to wage a war against each other. On the contrary, by becoming allies, we can all gain, ensure peace, and liberate our king. Very well. Agreed. We are coming out.
Ah. How fickle Lady Fortune is. First you're on top, and then you hit the bottom. Who would have thought back in the Barkov how things would turn out?
Come on. Move.
What? Did you think I'd have you tortured like you did to me?
Time to settle accounts. You will pay for what you have done.
No! He's under my protection.
He's a murderer. He deserves to die.
Nobody's going to be killed here.
Fuck! That was a blast. My skull's ringing.
The way that Brabant loaded last shot, it nearly blew his French ears off. It is wonder that Fop survived it.
You got lucky today. You won't next time.
The finger of God is fucked, Otto. Sorry, that must have cost a king's ransom. Oh, my lady! Anyway, I think we're all done here.
We have what we came for. Load up the wounded, and anything of value, they're ready to leave.
You go ahead. I'll just have a look around here.
All right, Henry. Take care.
What do you need, sir?
Hey, Hashtal. Why the long face?
Like I haven't heard that one before.
Sorry.
Didn't you hear what happened?
Well, I heard there was an attack.
A bunch of mercenaries with some kind of hellish cannon tore up the stronghold like it was a lump of cheese.
That's horrible.
Horrible? Really? The men said they saw you with those murderers.
Do you think I'm crazy? Fighting against the nobility? I don't know what you heard, but I had nothing to do with it.
But the men said they saw you there.
Hashtal, I wasn't there. Seriously. I'm not some murderer. I'll be the first to die.
Sakra. I'm sorry then. I didn't want to believe it either, but they were so convincing.
Oh, don't worry about it. You've been through enough here.
Listen, Henry. I was just wondering, since you're here, maybe you could help me with something. Von Berghoff is gone, and I've still got one of his horses. Well, he won't be missing it now, so I thought I could get a few groschen for it. It would definitely help after all this. I've already got a buyer for him, from Prague.
And how can I help you?
Now that the fortress is abandoned, a pack of bandits and robbers has sprung up in the area. And, well, they stole the horse from me in the night. If you could find it for me, I'd surely reward you for it.
Well, I'd like to help you, but chasing a horse around the countryside is more of a huntsman's job.
It won't be that hard. I know where those bandits are camped. I caught them in the act of breaking into the stables and managed to snag one of them. The others hightailed it, with the horse.
And the one you caught snitched on the rest?
Well, at first he didn't want to, but after a little persuasion, he started singing. While he was still breathing, that is.
What?
It was an accident. I wanted to hand him over to the bailiff, but he was a sickly fella. I suppose I was too persuasive.
Well, thieving is a dangerous trade.
Keep it to yourself, all right? He may have been a thief, but I don't want no trouble. If you help me, I'll pay you well.
If you know where he is, why don't you go and get him yourself?
Right. No, this isn't the job for me.
What if the bandits have already sold the horse?
That won't be so easy for them. Von Berghoff may be gone, but all the horse traders around here know that horse. Nobody with a drop of sense would buy it. That would be a fast track to the gallows. I've got a buyer from far away, all the way from Prague. I'm more afraid they'll try to sell the poor animal for meat. If only they knew how valuable it is.
Fine. So what did he tell you?
The woods are thick north of here. He said their camp is in the dry riverbed there. I reckon you'll have to look around a bit.
I'll see what I can do. But no promises.
Thanks, Henry, and God bless you.
Off before I pull you off that horse and break your limbs.
You're right. I'm going.
Now get out, you piece of shit. Fuck off before I kill you. Get out of here right now, or I'll kick your ass. God, I must be imagining things. You're back here again.
You're right.
Enough. You've had your chance.
You want to try me? I'm all yours.
You won't get away with that, bastard.
Fucking mate!
Quick.
May God give you health, sir.
I've got good news. I found that stolen horse of yours.
I don't believe my eyes. Glory to you, Henry. It would be an awful shame if that marvellous steed ended up in a stew.
That it would.
Here, your share, as promised. And if you ever want to learn something about horses, stop by.
I will. Thanks. Are you begging here?
No, I'm waiting here for my prince to come. He should be here any moment now with his entourage to take me away.
And what would a prince want from the likes of you? A dose of pox?
You're pretty nasty.
Nah, I'm just teasing you. I'm Henry.
Margaret. Wait, I know you. Of course. You helped me get out of that locked shed. Do you remember?
From a shed?
At the mill. You saved me from the miller.
That was you? I didn't recognize you at all.
What a coincidence. It's a small world, isn't it?
Not a chance.
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just now I know why you were locked up there. The miller told me what happened. How you robbed him there.
No.
That old man brought the catchpole, and they wanted to blame it all on me. If I hadn't have taught myself out of it, they might have even hanged me.
I'm really sorry about that, Henry. I apologize. I didn't want you to get into any trouble.
Oh, aye. You just used me so you could get away.
There was nothing else I could do. I had to rob him. Please, let me explain. I didn't do it for myself.
Let's hear it then. Why did you rob him?
I had a very good friend, Aneshka. We served together in that mill you saved me from, but then something horrible happened. The miller couldn't keep his hands off her, but she kept refusing him, except for one time. In short, that pig got her pregnant.
Well, that sometimes happens in secluded places like that.
It does, and people are usually happy to have a child. But the miller got really bloody angry. He said he's not going to support another hungry mouth, and he drove Aneshka out of the mill, even though she was with child.
Sounds like a real bastard.
The poor girl had nowhere to go, so she slept in the woods. I tried to help her. I brought her food, but it was clear we couldn't go on like that. So we came up with a plan. I'd flee the mill and follow her, and on the way, I'd take the miller's coin. But he caught me.
And I was daft enough to help you get away.
I'm sorry I lied to you, but there was no time to explain it.
All right, then you took the coin to Aneshka. But I still don't understand why you're begging here. Where's the money? Where's Aneshka?
They're both gone. This gang attacked me on the way. They took everything I had, and I don't remember much after that, but I woke up in an old herbalist's home. That kind soul saved me and helped me get back on my feet. It took weeks.
It's a good thing we have those herbalists. Something similar happened to me. And Aneshka?
I don't know where she is. I couldn't find her where she used to sleep. I have to find a proper pile of coin and I'll go and look for her. I'm fond of her, and I don't want her to have to raise that child herself.
Well, that'll be hard. I've never met anybody who made such a pile by begging.
It's the best I can do by myself. But now that you're here, maybe you could help me. I might just know where to find such a sum, and you could make some coin too.
Well, wouldn't it be better if you found some job? It'd certainly bring you more than these alms.
Do you think I haven't tried? But things always end up the same. I didn't exactly endear myself to the master of the house, so he beat me and threw me out. So if I have to choose between going to whore myself in some baths, being beaten up, or begging for alms, I'll take the alms.
What's your plan?
I want to rob a certain merchant in Kuttenberg. I can't sleep when I think about what he did and how he got away with it.
Can't you give the thieving a rest?
If you knew what he did, you wouldn't be so hard on me. The bastard doesn't deserve anything less.
Go on then. What did he do?
He poisoned his wife to marry a younger woman and get her fat dowry. And no one will ever be able to prove it, and he'll never face punishment because no one knows about it. Except me. But we can hoodwink him together, so he'll be happy to pay us. If you throw your lot in with me, I'll explain everything to you.
How do you know he killed someone?
Because he got that deadly poison he gave her to drink from that herbalist who was taking care of me. He just strolled in there one day and threatened to burn the hut down with us in it if she wouldn't make one for him. What could the poor woman do?
What poison was it? Every healer can tell when someone's been poisoned.
Not with this one. That's what made it so clever. I don't know what it's called, but she said there aren't many people who know how to brew it. The herbalist told me she made it weaker on purpose, but it still was enough to kill that woman.
Well, you'll have to give me a better idea of your plan before I agree to anything. What do you want to do?
He killed her for money, so I want to steal it from him. Just like every bloke, he's a whoremonger and his new wife found out about it. Now I've heard she's made his life a living hell, so he won't even say a word to another woman. And we'll make use of that. I'll go to him and tell him I'm expecting his child. And he'll be glad to pay, so I'll disappear and won't destroy his marriage and his reputation.
You slept with him?
Not a chance. I'd rather die a virgin than have anything to do with such a beast.
Then how do you want to convince him you're expecting his child?
That's where you come in. I've heard there's some decoction or potion that puts a person to sleep. We'll pour it in his drink and make it look like he got drunk and I spent a passionate night with him. He won't remember anything, and what's more, he won't want any trouble at home.
Fine. So what should I do?
First, I need to find some better clothes. I have to look like an upright townswoman, because even that whoremonger wouldn't start anything with a ragged beggar woman.
Fine. I'll try to find something that'll look good on you.
Then we need some sleeping potion to make him pass out. I don't really know what it looks like, but it has to be strong. Then he won't remember anything.
You mean like this sleeping potion?
You're certainly well equipped, Henry. You hold on to it, but don't lose it. Without it, we'd be sunk.
Of course. Is that all?
Now, the most important thing. That merchant struts around with his nose in the air. That's why you need to look like a wealthy gent. Charismatic, well-dressed, sweet-smelling. Get me? He has to believe you've got a bulging purse and want to spend it with him. Then he'll be eating out of your hand.
From what I hear, it sounds like there's lots of things that could get fucked up. We'll be lucky to get any coin out of him.
Now, Henry, I know we don't know each other that well, but if you do what I tell you, it'll work out. I'll give you something. This ring belonged to my dear late mother. It's the only thing I have. You keep it and return it to me when we split the money and you get your share. I want you to know you can trust me.
Well, thank you.
I know this plan will work. As soon as you have everything ready, come back here and I'll tell you what's next.
I have this dress for you. It'll definitely look good on you.
Thank you. It's perfect.
So, what do you say? Do I look like a rich merchant?
Well, well, Henry, you look great. That's just perfect.
We have everything. So, what now?
Now we need to go to Kuttenberg, but each on our own. If someone saw us together, it could threaten the whole plan. So we'll meet up there.
All right. And where will I find you?
There's this secluded corner by the city wall between the houses in the Cobbler's Quarter. Be there in 2 days after sunset. I'll tell you more when we meet.
Fine.
And don't keep me waiting there, Henry.
Well, I'm here.
And I must say, you look fantastic. And now, quick, about our plan. You'll go to the Hangman's Halter Tavern on the square and find the tailor Latsek there. You can be sure he'll be sitting alone at his table under the window. Talk to him. Tell him whatever you want. But the main thing is you have to pour that sleeping potion into his drink unnoticed. When it hits him, pick him up and carry him here. It'll look like you're carrying a drunkard home. Nobody'll take any notice at that time of night. Once you get here, I'll take care of the rest.
All right. Chat with him, knock him out, and drag him here. I'm on it.
Put my mouth away. To raid. It's like I'm invisible. Hold up, innkeeper!
I'm sorry?
It happens! Just watch where you're going next.
Greetings. I'm looking for Master Tailor Latsek.
Well, congratulations then. You found him. What do you want?
I've heard you're the best tailor in all of Kuttenberg.
Ha! In Kuttenberg, you say? Then I reckon you heard wrong, lad. I'm the most famous tailor in the whole domain. I could easily say in the whole kingdom, but I'm modest. Fine ladies come all the way from Prague just to be served by me.
Then I apologize for underestimating you, Master Latsek.
You ought to know who you're going to deal with before going to bother him in the tavern in the evening. So, what is it you want?
I'm going to a knight's tournament, and I'm sure you understand I have to represent my family honorably among the other lords. So I'd like you to sew me a few tabards, for me and my retinue, and also a banner and a caparison.
Huh. I see you know what you want, Sir Knight. I'll give you everything you want, but keep in mind you have to pay for quality at Master Latsek's.
Now, money is no problem. If you give me what I want, I'll pay whatever you say.
Good. Come by the shop and see me tomorrow. We'll go over the details and you'll pay a deposit. But now, please excuse me. I have to go and take a piss. I've been holding it in all evening.
I'm sorry.
Davon hätte ich gern noch mehr, bitte.
I apologize.
One beer, please.
Men's opinions. I'll just keep quiet.
I reckon I'll have a look first, and maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking lessons at the Festhalle, and I've learned quite a bit already.
That's good. The town needs strong, brave men who can take up arms, and not just the tools of their trade. These days, we need to rely on ourselves.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
That sort of talk is dangerous.
What's wrong with this beer?
The tournament's supposed to be a celebration of the
disgusting.
city. And all that
It's
fencing
brewing up a
is just
storm
bit
in
of
my
fun.
guts.
That's all.
Ugh. I have to get some air.
I'll just keep quiet.
I reckon I'll have a look first, and maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking lessons at the Festhalle.
of their trade. These days, we need... Greetings, sir. That's a tit ornament. What an occasion,
So
eh?
cold.
Will you go?
Quickly, and above all, quietly. Throw him on the ground. Quickly, and above all, quietly. Throw him on the ground. Quickly, and above all, quietly. Throw him on the ground. You're great, Henry. Leave the rest to me. Go and hole up somewhere, and in the morning, we'll meet here and divvy up the money.
Fine. See you in the morning. Watch out for yourself.
Don't worry.
What the hell happened?
That bastard beat me.
Sakra! Your eye is all blue. That had to be quite the punch.
At first, everything was going according to plan. He woke up, he was completely paralyzed with shock. And when I started making a scene, he hit me and ran away.
What a bastard!
We have to do something. We'll go after him to his house. You'll play the witness. You saw him drag me into the hayloft and you heard us. He doesn't remember fuck all about what happened anyway.
All right then. Let's go.
You leave the talking to me, got it? You just nod to everything I say, and if something goes wrong, you can set him straight a little. He'll be scared as fuck that his old woman will find out. Now, everything will go smoothly. I'm going to get him for this.
Well, you're lucky you didn't fare worse. He could have easily pulled a knife on you.
That fop doesn't know one end of a knife from the other. But it pisses me off. I had him at my mercy and I let him get away like that. That bastard. I'll force him to pay twice as much.
Perhaps he'll listen to reason, and it won't be necessary to draw any weapons.
Don't worry. He'll be shitting himself as soon as he sees us at the door. But I'll do the talking, got it? You'd only frighten him stupid.
All right. I'll keep quiet. How's your eye?
You have a kind master.
Does it hurt?
I'm so fucking angry, I can't even feel it. But it'll probably be worse tomorrow. But I'll be wiping my tears away with a purse full of groschen from that whoreson.
How far is it?
We're almost there. So here you are.
What are you doing here?
What was that supposed to be yesterday? Do you think you're just going to get away with it? I want to talk to your wife right now so she knows what a beast she has at home.
Wait! Please be quiet! I have no idea what happened. I seriously don't remember anything. Young man, what are you doing here? Would you have a word with her?
Don't go looking for help, you pig. This young man saw you dragging me into that stinking hayloft. He'll vouch for me. It was all Margaret this, Margaret that, and I was stupid enough to believe you cared about me.
No. This is some kind of misunderstanding.
What misunderstanding? Are you trying to say I fucked myself in that hayloft?
Please don't yell. I seriously don't remember a thing. That's never happened to me before. I must have blacked out.
Aha! So, if Master Latsek doesn't remember it, it didn't happen. Is that what you're trying to say? I have a witness. He saw you and heard you ravaging me there. You're not going to get away with this.
Oh, shit. I've never had any other woman. Never lain with any other than my Hannah. This is insane.
Oh, come now. You were singing a different tune yesterday. You were bragging about how every woman is satisfied with you. How every woman screams Latsek's name.
That can't be.
So listen carefully now. Either you're going to cough up a nice pile of groschen and then you'll never see me again, or this young man here will hold you for a while and I'll go and visit your wife. I'm sure she'll be interested in hearing how you planted a bastard in me.
Fine, I'll pay you. But you can't say a word to anyone. Nobody must ever find out. It would destroy me.
A wise decision. And next time, think twice before you start dragging a young girl to the hay. Let's go. Shat himself, Henry. I thought all was lost, but it worked.
You certainly put the squeeze on him. If I didn't know he was a murderer, I wouldn't believe it. What a crybaby.
But he was, and he got what he deserved. That'll teach him how to behave. You were great. Thank you so much. If it hadn't been for you, I'd still be begging by that bloody tavern. But look at us now. What a fortune.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to get a proper meal. I'll buy some beautiful clothes and shoes and some nice jewelry.
And what about Aneshka?
Oh, aye, of course. I'll go looking for her. I'll start asking around in taverns. I'll buy a wagon and travel the world over if I must. I have to find her.
You must like her a lot, eh?
She's like a sister to me. We've been through thick and thin at that mill, and she never left me in a bind. So I have to help her.
Good
I
boy.
want to.
Sacre! I didn't believe this would work out, but he was as frightened as a mouse.
I told you it'd all work out. I can be very convincing when I want to.
I don't think he'll ever forget this.
You know, you were really great. I never could have done this without you. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. When I find Aneshka, I'll tell her all about you.
I was glad to be of help.
Hey, before we say goodbye, I was just thinking. I don't want you to just forget about me. There's another way I could pay you back?
Don't worry. I won't forget. But now let's divvy up the money.
Oh, come now. You know I can offer you something more.
I'd rather just settle up and put this behind me.
Fine, if that's what you want. Half is yours, but actually...
What?
I wanted to ask you if you wouldn't mind me keeping a bit more? For Aneshka and her baby. You know?
No. I want my half.
Oh, aye. I should have known you'd be all about the coin and couldn't care less about other people's problems. Go ahead, and don't think about how hungry that child will be, you pinch purse.
Hey, didn't I help you? I did everything you asked me to, so give me what I deserve.
Give me back my ring first.
Here you go.
Here's your half. Goodbye and good riddance.
Greetings, my friend.
So, I'm back. How's it going? Have you got anything out of von Berghoff?
We were waiting for you, and a bloody long time too. We were just about to start without you, but now you're here. You can join us.
Welcome to Sukdol, Lord von Berghoff. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks! He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Hold your horses. He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage, and Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why the fuck should I care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked to a meet at Maleshov. So what do you have left? A nice coat and a smug face.
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
He's right. Apart from von Aulitz, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here.
After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to recognize an opportunity. If you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it. And will also let bygones be bygones.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and the Obst won't find it easy to wrest it of him. Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotsnov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I've only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling, so the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town? Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborz.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mintmaster, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noble women devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Rutards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Rutard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
That sounds almost too easy.
You took the words out of my mouth. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think?
The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisik?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly.
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them, no one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not?
Fuck. Jesus. Get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell?
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears.
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. But I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Is there no other way to solve it? Without violence?
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him, as his retinue.
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
All right. Let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they even notice.
What if the legate refuses to talk to us?
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else put them on. Like, Godwin, eh? Since he's a priest.
Hold on. I'm not going to play the jester for anyone.
Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the plan. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll find a way somehow.
All right. I can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Ruthard Palace as well as Lady Rosa.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Ruthard Palace. You want Ruthard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right. Both of you are going to town. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that then. Let's get to work.
It felt good to rub his nose in it. How was your time at the fortress? I mean, when it was still standing.
Well, von Berghoff didn't treat me badly, but I didn't have much time to enjoy the surroundings. He took me for a ride around the countryside a couple of times, though.
Well now, he didn't take me out for a ride.
You can ride a horse?
My brother taught me, before Father forbade it. I was a better rider than most of our guardsmen.
Maybe that's why von Berghoff didn't want you in the saddle. He was afraid you'd flee.
I might well have tried.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
How do we even get inside Ruthard Palace?
Like I said, through the underground.
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than above.
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some cross again?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, von Berghoff's people came to Ruthard Palace.
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then von Berghoff just took me to Maleshov. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened to do that.
Well, you can try. When we free your father, Ruthard Palace will be yours again.
I hope so. But that's still far from certain.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
All right, let's go.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
Well, we'll just have to find out. You said you'd lead the way.
Stick close to me. Let's go.
I can't leave. Now, I have duties here.
Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
I'll be careful not to fall into the water. Those servants might think there's a water sprite crawling out of their cellar.
Most of them have known me since I was a little girl, and they're not easily frightened. Do you have any idea how many times they had to wash, dress, and groom me to make me presentable to my father? I mean, when I was little, of course. Oof, that startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Subdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
When we were defending the Barkov, we got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
I was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Berghoff. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry. I was a silly goose to bring it up. This is going to be a bit difficult.
Everything all right?
No. Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
I hope you don't expect me to carry you.
I most certainly do. Unless you want to prove to me that you really are an uncouth village oaf after all.
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Don't worry, though. I'm not some fragile petal. I'm waiting. This is not how one carries a lady, you barbarian.
Maybe not in Kuttenberg, but it's how we did it in Skalitz.
But it's not very comfortable.
Ah, just grin and bear it, my lady. We're almost there.
Oof, I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am dry, so I thank you.
I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
What do you mean, get rid of them?
You killed most of von Berghoff's garrison at Maleshov, and now you want me to tell you what to do?
My. How quickly Lady Rosa can change her mind. What's the difference between those ragamuffins upstairs and the villagers at Maleshov, eh?
But this is our home. Our property. They have no right.
You're right. We have to get rid of them. But maybe it can be done without violence. I'll go and see who they are and what to do about them. Right. Here we go.
Wait a moment. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
If you say so. But if anything happens, hide. Got it?
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa ain't well.
Who let you in here, fucker?
Calm down. I just want to talk. I'm not looking to harm you.
Talk, eh? You don't want to harm us? Hark at him.
Let's get rid of him. What do you say, fellas? I'll show you.
Sucker. Rosa? Could you... Rosa!
Show what you're made of!
Useless.
What do you want?
Christ! My head!
I've been waiting for you.
See you!
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you all right, Henry? I think I hit one too.
You're a good shot. Capon and Kabianka wouldn't believe their eyes.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Oh, damn it. I'll be there in a moment.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot them.
I barricaded the door. I'm sure I can hold out for a while.
What a mess.
I'm all yours! We share everything here. And it won't be any different with you.
Rosa, it's me.
Henry, are you all right?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
All right. I'll let you in. You can come in now.
So, here we are. Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot at stake.
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right? If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court and, God forbid, you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father, even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy?
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable asset to us. Without their support, the silver would be useless anyway.
Not to mention, it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
Don't worry. We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Or not at all.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books. It's all gone.
If our plan succeeds and your father is freed, do you know what will come next?
I try not to think about it.
Why? That's why you're helping us, isn't it?
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
I won't let you go away. Even if I have to fight with your father, Zizka, and the devil.
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary. This girl is staying here.
That all sounds very nice, but there's nothing left here anyway. We've lost everything.
You'll be all right.
My father would clap you in irons for that.
And for this?
Oh, it seems you know how a lady should be carried.
Where to, ma'am? I don't see any rivers, ditches, or puddles to cross.
Dami castitatem e continentiam, sed non le moro. Forward, Sir Knight.
Oh, Christ. Oh, is it morning already? Zizka and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look. You know about yesterday evening? And night?
What about it?
I thought maybe you want to talk about it.
Do you think there's anything to talk about?
Well, what's next for us?
Nothing, most likely. I'm Lord Rutard's daughter. Our name still means a lot, despite all the trouble we're in. When my pa is free and an opportunity presents itself, I'll have to get married.
Has your father already picked a groom for you?
Not yet, but I know how it goes. If I'm lucky, I'll marry a young nobleman and soon bear him a bunch of children. And if I'm really lucky, they'll find me some old man who will drop dead before we even leave the church.
A husband, kids... Is that what you want?
Does it seem like I have a choice? I can't just go and become somebody's squire like you. As my father's sole heiress, I have 3 options. Marriage, a nunnery, or jumping off the battlements.
Surely you're not serious about that last one, are you?
Of course not. But at least you can see nobody cares a damn what I want. Our plan may very well fail, and no one might survive. Why throw something nice away prematurely? You know, carpe diem et memento mori.
Well, if that's how you feel. You told me to come back for sausages. So here I am.
You must wait. They be ready soon.
So you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant wouldn't shut up, though. Credit where credit's due. He really helped in Maleshov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes, I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too. Just so as not to have to listen to him for a while. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Some local beggars set up a lair in here. We had to get rid of them somehow.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
I'm lucky she was here with me. That shot fella in the courtyard, her handiwork.
Really? Nice shot. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak, anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mint Master's key.
Fucking rain.
It's raining cats and dogs.
And it's not going to stop anytime soon.
I heard you fought in the Battle of Kosovo. Is that true?
Why wouldn't it be?
I heard it was a horrible massacre, and there were no survivors.
Horseshit, lad. That's just horseshit. It was a massacre. Aye. A terrible slaughter. But the other side lost many men as well.
So how did it happen? Tell me. I don't think I can quite imagine such a massive battle. How many soldiers were there?
Countless, lad. I'd never seen so many take the field. At least 10,000 men on our side. And Sultan Murad must have had at least twice as many with him.
So how did the battle go?
Lord forgive me, but it went to shit.
Could you be more specific?
Specific? Well, I only know what people said after the battle. And when you're in the midst of it, you don't see what's happening around you.
Which was?
Oh, it's hard to describe. Attacks are followed by retreats, and between that, only fatigue and dust.
So what happened?
When the battle began, the Serbian cavalry crushed the Turkish left flank. It looked good for us. But alas, that was just the beginning. Soon, we got ours too. We fought valiantly, but they pushed us back, and in the meantime, they hit our center. The Sultan's Janissaries attacked us there. Damn devils, and raised all hell. Rivers of blood soaked the ground.
How could you survive something like that?
You can't give up, and death isn't an option. But then a rumor spread that Prince Lazar had fallen, and everything began to crumble. But he was a tough old warrior of the Nemanjic royal blood. He wouldn't give up just like that. With an arrow in his eye, he climbed his horse and rode straight for the Sultan. That's how he saved us. The battle then lasted until evening. But no one had the strength to force the enemy to retreat.
And where did you fight?
In the saddle. I'm a nobleman, after all. But I lost 3 horses under me. So in the end, I also fought on foot. Most of us mercenaries were on the left flank, under the command of Vladko Vukovic. But he soon got wounded, and the men began to flee. I mean, if it wasn't for Nicholas Gabriel, we wouldn't be talking here today.
And who was that?
The commander of our company. A born warrior, and a good friend. In fact, Zhishka reminds me of him a bit sometimes. In any case, the fact that Gabriel had taken a command at that point meant our flank did not buckle, and the Ottoman rabble did not cut us to pieces as we fled.
So who won in the end?
The battle lasted all day, and in the end no one knew who had won, because both sides left the field. Only later did we find out. Prince Lazar had fallen there alongside all his Serbian nobility. Still later came the news that Lazar had been captured and executed by the Turks the day after the battle.
They executed a prince?
Aye. They beheaded him, because someone had slit their sultan's throat like a piglet.
So you didn't win?
It's hard to say. We held our own against the odds and survived. Only without their prince, it was just a matter of time before Serbia fell into the new Ottoman Sultan's lap. Fortunately, I didn't stick around to see it. All the same, even as I'm telling it, it strikes me what an adventure it was. I suppose time heals all kinds of shit. In the end, you forget the bad things. And yet, I can only thank God that Nicholas Gabriel was there.
Your captain?
Aye, him. We actually became friends of sorts. He even taught me one of his sword tricks.
He did?
Aye, really. I could even show you sometime. A memory of the good man who saved my arse on that day.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Whoa! Not a soul around. Very odd.
What the? Henry? How the hell did you get in here?
I have my ways.
All right then. Keep your secrets.
What are you doing here?
I'm dealing with some trouble.
So I see. What trouble, though?
In case you hadn't noticed, the lord of the house isn't here. He took to the hills.
What? When?
Only a few days ago. He took the coin from his little secret operation, packed up quietly in the night, and went God knows where.
Did Vivak take the Mint Master's key with him?
Well, if he had any sense left, he'd leave it here.
Why's that?
No one will be looking for the coin from the secret enterprise. But if it turned out Vivak had disappeared with the treasury key, the whole court would be after him. Unfortunately, Vivak isn't that stupid.
What's to be done? Damn it. I wanted to talk to Vivak about it, but me and you are going to have to sort it out. The question is, whether I can trust you.
Excuse me? I took a big risk to help you last time, and you don't trust me all of a sudden?
Only this time the risk is even bigger.
Risk, you say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. And I like gains. Talk to me then. It can't hurt to try. The worst that might happen is I won't help you.
All right. I need to get a couple of people into the Italian court unobserved.
What? Have you gone quite mad?
I know how it sounds, but we've got a good reason and a good plan. Believe me. We just need a little help getting inside. That's what I need Vivak for. But he's not here now.
I hardly think the dirt we have on him would be enough to make Vivak do something as crazy as that. Well, it's true. I owe you. For keeping your lips sealed. But this is a bloody dangerous business. What do I get out of it if I help you?
Think about it. Vavak's gone, and if we succeed, Sigismund won't have any coin to pay his army. He'll go back to Hungary without appointing a new mintmaster. That will be your chance.
I can't deny it. You know how to sweet-talk a fellow. All right? Let's say I'll help you. But there's one thing we have to be clear about. If it all goes wrong and the slightest shadow of suspicion falls on me, I'll spill the beans about the secret mint. And I'll blame it all on you. You know a lot, and you'll happily confess in the torture chamber.
Well, all right then.
I'm glad we understand each other. So, what exactly is your plan?
We'll get into the church council meeting as the legate's retinue.
The legates? What do you mean?
We'll make it nice and clear to the Cardinal that he'd be wise to cooperate with us. And while he's gabbing on in the meeting, we'll get to work in the guise of retinue.
For Christ's sake! Do you really think nobody will recognize you? Do any of you even speak Italian?
Most people here have never even heard Italian anyway.
Except Giuseppe, our captain of the guard. He's as Italian as Terzarima. And for weeks, he's been about nothing else but having the opportunity to talk to a compatriot.
In any case, it'd be wise to have someone at the meeting who can make sure the legate doesn't do anything stupid. We'll be keeping an eye on him, of course, but it'd be better to have a local on hand as well. And that would be your job.
Well, how can I put it? If you manage to get to Cardinal Pozzo and persuade him to help you, take you with him to the Italian court, not give anything away, and lastly, make it through the entire council without shitting himself, I'll walk barefoot to Rome myself.
Yeah, very droll. So will you help us or not?
I can turn a blind eye to someone sneaking around the courtyard, or reassure anyone at the council who notices something is off. But don't expect anything more. And what will your lot do in the meantime?
That's all you need to know. We just need you at the council.
Very well then.
Now I just need to find Vavak's key. Have you seen it?
No, the only thing I found Vavak left is this letter. Here, take it. Maybe it'll help you. And Henry, don't forget, I'll help you. But I can't afford to be under any suspicion. Do you understand?
Count on me. And thank you.
Save the thanks, and let me get to work.
Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Vavak, wherever you are.
Bloody rain.
What the? Did I step in shit? Oh, it's you!
I, didn't have time for a bath. But I'll go and have one now. I was at the Mintmaster's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this. Well, how did it go? Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Quel puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
And what about the Mintmaster? Will he help us out?
Vavak got out of the town. But in his house, I met Christian Pisek, the steward of the Italian court. He promised to help us if we get in a tight spot.
Can we trust him?
I think so. He owes me. But he's afraid they'd know if he was involved.
Did he tell you anything interesting?
The commander of the Italian court is a native Italian. If we're going to be convincing, we'll have to be damn cautious and hope the legate doesn't say anything he shouldn't. Let's pray Godwin can keep it under control.
I'm not one to boast, you know, but few people can match my gift for languages. It would be a sin not to use it. Sono un buon gustaio. Le donne qui sono bellissime. E il vino è delizioso.
Forget it. That face of yours is known all over town. You'll stand at the back and try to be invisible.
But Godwin could surely benefit from some Italian lessons.
I would rather teach a horse the basse danse.
When he heard what we were up to, he said we were mad. According to him, we'll either get killed on the spot or end up on the gallows.
Maybe we should, reconsider.
This fella's got no imagination. If we could snatch von Bergau's fucking cannon, this'll be a piece of cake.
That's all he told me.
Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from mind maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
What exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can, and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you better have a weapon handy.
Come now. Surely you do not mean...
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan.
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada, and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so they left à l'anglaise.
Did you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisak wasn't lying, there's quite a haul there.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthard's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with somebody like Sam. He knows his way around the town underground too.
Oui. That is a good idea.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
I'm gonna go explore the underground passages that lead to the Italian court. Can you tell me more about them?
What exactly would you like to know?
Where exactly are the tunnels?
They run under most of Italian Street. Some are remnants of the original mine gallery, but other parts are much more recent. So far, only the section from Rutard Palace to the crypt under the church is accessible.
Well, the church is quite a long way from the court. If the tunnel has collapsed anywhere, we're out of luck.
Right. But the tunnels were checked properly before they started building the church. If some part collapsed, we'd be the first to know.
Tell me more about this mine gallery.
It's been abandoned for years, but we could use it. According to the drawings, it's very close to the court cellars. Christian of Pisak confirmed it.
That's a very strange coincidence.
My father said King Wenceslas had long suspected he had enemies among his own ranks. Maybe he had an escape route built. He just didn't finish it in time.
What was the tunnel to the crypt used for?
It's a safe route for anyone who wants to disappear undetected. Just like the one we took to get here.
Has anyone ever used it?
No one that I know of. The servants used it to dispose of waste.
Waste? What kind?
It leads from the kitchen, so I'm sure you can imagine. Bones, scraps, slops.
Oh, wonderful. What exactly am I supposed to be looking for down there? What are we searching for?
We need to find and mark the point where the crypt wall joins with the tunnel. When we break through the wall, only a thin partition will be between us and the cellars of the Italian court.
But how will I know I've found the right place?
You can tell if there's a cavity behind the wall by the sound it makes. The gallery is also damp, so the spot might be a different colour.
So, I'll be knocking on the walls in the dark and looking to see if any is a different shade?
Well, yes. Pretty much.
Thanks for the advice. Anything else I should know?
Be careful. Come back in one piece.
I'll do my best.